funky rhythm.
One more time for the DJ.
Gotta give it. Let me take you on a trip. Let me take you on a ride.
Hey everyone, it's James again, and today we're going to be talking about a topic that was actually brought up to me by somebody else. It was something I wanted to touch base on because I feel that a lot of the fans of Shenmue might overlook a couple of things. The topic today that I'm going to do a quick video on is the bad ending to Shenmue 2. Now mind you, if you have not beaten Shenmue 2 or if you have not beaten Shenmue 1, I suggest you do not watch this video and get off your computer and go play them immediately because you don't know what you're missing. I will be spoiling the ending to Shenmue 2 in this video, as well as talking about the events that happen after Shenmue 1, which obviously will spoil Shenmue 1, so once again, you have been warned. So, Shenmue 2's bad ending has a couple of elements that are kind of interesting, and if you compare and contrast them with things that we found out about Shenmue 3, you may notice some story elements that you might not know about that might be coming into play. If you cross-reference the Shenmue 2's bad ending with the Shenmue Online CG video that was released at China Joy back in 2006, you can make some pretty interesting conclusions. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to play the bad ending of Shenmue 2, the Japanese version, because that's the version you need to play, because it's authentic and it's not running on the Xbox. Not that I have anything against the Xbox, but literally the version of Shenmue 2, the Dreamcast version, is much better. So I'm going to go ahead and play you the bad ending to Shenmue 2 in Japanese with English subtitles, and just as, you know, a refresher to kind of get the gist of this video going. So, alright, enjoy, and I'll be right back.
早く来て。
誰だ？
竜が道を閉ざしてしまう。
どういうことだ？
早く。もう時間が。あと一月で、竜が道を。
ん？鏡が。
竜が黒雲を呼び、明星を覆う。道は閉ざされ、開口の願い、ついえる。
貴様の力、蚩尤のためにいただく。
Alright, so upon watching that video, anybody who knows the Shenmue storyline up until the end of Shenmue 2 may have a couple of questions. I actually have a whiteboard here and I wrote some questions on, but due to the fact that my webcam is horrible, you probably cannot actually see that because of the immense amount of light that kind of sits through this region and reflects in my glasses. Sorry about that. Actually kind of looks kind of cool. Alright, anyway, so I have 4 questions here. The first question is, in the beginning of the video, somebody is talking to Ryo, and Ryo asks, "Who are you?" Now, this can derive into 2 pathways. For one, the point that the bad ending actually happens, maybe it's possible Ryo has not met Shenhua yet, because you can get the bad ending before you go to Guilin. For 2, how should I say this? For 2, if it is Shenhua and he doesn't know her, how does she know to go to him? Is she contacting him through his dreams? Or some type of anomaly contacting him through his dreams, posing as Shenhua? necessitating the idea that maybe Ryo's dreams in Shenmue 1 are not conjured from his own mind, but are actually being brought to him, obviously because they're dreams of his destiny. Now, the other thing is, Shenhua, this was revealed by Yu Suzuki himself, Shenhua has the ability to conjure her ancestors, which in the Shenmue Online video, when she summons the Phoenix, I believe, you see her turn into this other woman that looks like Shenhua but has this whole dress on. Now that could be one of her ancestors that she's morphing into. It's also potentially possible that that same ancestor is the one who's contacted Ryo. Okay, now I'm sorry, I'm not going to actually show you the China Joy video, just because it's kind of long, but I'll put a description below, so make sure you go and check that. Or maybe in a box, somewhere right here, or there, or there. Actually, just in the description, because I'm a little lazy. Anyway, so the second question that I would have is, not really a second question, but more of an observation. Londi catches Ryo. Okay? Londi at this point has the dragon mirror, that's obvious, because that happens in Shenmue 1, right in the beginning, when he kills Iwao. Because Iwao might be alive, but that's another story for another time. So, Londi finds Ryo. How he tracks him down, it's kind of hard to tell, because you don't know where this is happening, because Ryo's in a black space. Ryo's mirror starts to light up. Now, Zuyonda, however you want to say his name, says to Ryo that when the two mirrors are joined, that, they interact with each other somehow by either creating a map, and that they could also be used to resurrect the Chi-Yu. It could be potentially possible that upon Londi being in the same vicinity as Ryo, maybe the two mirrors interact with each other. This would also make sense because in Shenmue 1, the two mirrors are actually separated. One's buried, and the other one is in the basement of the Shenmue, the Hazuki Dojo. Now, upon the two mirrors connecting, we then see Londi go to Shenhua, and he says, I shall take your power. Now, by saying I'll take your power, combining with Yu Suzuki's statement that Shenhua has the ability to talk to her ancestors, maybe that ability to conjure her ancestors might be vital in the Chi-Yu men's ability to resurrect the Chi-Yu. Now that's kind of combining with another theory that the Chi-Yu itself is the grand heavenly leader of the Chi-Yu men, also known as Tente, or possibly Tente is the North leader answering to the Chi-Yu, and that their whole, meaning is to resurrect the Chi-Yu monster. It's really interesting because it follows the Chi-Yu mythology very, very closely. Okay, the other thing is before the ending where Londi catches Shenhua acknowledges that the path, the destiny that Ryo goes through is broken by saying, they'll never meet. Who is she meeting? Is she referring to the person that she will become upon resurrecting the Phoenix? Is she referring to the fact of conjuring the Phoenix for some type of heavenly battle? Or is she literally talking about meeting Ryo? Now, if she's talking about meeting Ryo, the fact that their paths never cross, because, like I said, you can get this ending before you actually meet Shenhua, maybe she's talking about meeting Ryo. What's interesting to me in this story is that if she knows that she's supposed to meet Ryo, one of two things can happen. One, she's lying to Ryo, and that she kind of knows that there's more going on, which is why she, talks to him and all that without any problems, because she knows she has something in her head. The second thing is Shenhua has some type of possession involved. Maybe she's one of many people, or maybe she has an alter ego or an ancestor inside of her that takes control when destiny-related things are going on. It's very, very interesting. The other thing that kind of bounces off of me is, how does Londi know where to find her? Now, that question kind of boggled my mind when I was a little kid back in, 2005, 2005 maybe, when I was like 13 or 14. The fact that Londi knows where Shenfa is raises question to who Shenfa is, as a person, who she's related to. One of the theories that I had, and I posted to Shenmue Dojo a while ago, long time ago. I'm not even going to post the link to it because honestly it's very incomplete. I'm working on an updated version of it that I will eventually post to this YouTube channel. Shenfa's stepfather is kind of an interesting character because you can tell he's heavily involved with the idea of the two mirrors because for one, he has a very detailed schematic of the mirrors in his house. Now, if you actually hack Shenmue 2 and keep it from launching that script when you were to actually look at the mirrors, there's a really detailed photo that pinpoints a lot of the things about the mirrors. Now, when you go into the cave in the end of Shenmue 2, the ultimate cliffhanger that kills us all, it's obvious that he's working on something big. He knows something, especially since that sword is there, and that sword has some magical qualities to it. I have a feeling that Shenfa's stepfather is either allied with the Chiyu men, and that's how they know how to find her, or Shenfa herself has some type of magical ability that draws the Chiyu men to her, whether it's through use of the mirrors or through the advice of the Heavenly Beast, given that she has some magical qualities to her, destiny qualities to her, that maybe some higher force knows and is able to pinpoint her location with. Now, this is all purely speculation. I can go on and on and on for hours regarding this topic, so I'm going to keep this nice and short. So, anyway, the point of this video is not really a detailed discussion. That's more for forum posts, but I just wanted to kind of get a little bit of my questions and thoughts out there, spark a little bit of conversation. So, whether you want to leave your comments in the comment box below, with your thoughts as to what's going on in the background in this bad ending, through pure speculation, and let me know what you think. And, thank you very much for watching this video, and there will be more Shenmue discussions to come. And, one day we will finally know the answers to this. And as always, have a nice day.